What's up, world? I came to do a video on what I believe the sun to be from my own perception and my own perspective. So, to me, the sun is everything. You know what I'm saying? Everything here on earth is the sun. The sun is information for all living things. You know what I'm saying? This grass cannot grow without the sun shooting a message to the grass, telling it to grow. A flower cannot sprout. A fruit cannot sprout without the sun telling it to do so. So the sun is everything. The sun is information. The sun, these ultraviolet rays that the sun sends down, it's like beams of information, beams of messages, these updates. You know what I'm saying? Updates from the cosmos, updates from everywhere, from the universe, trying to tell you what's going on. All these conscious shifts, you know what I'm saying? The sun lets us know every day is new information being dropped by the sun. All right, so what happens if you don't get enough of this cosmic light? What happens if you don't get enough of this information? What happens is your body cannot produce vitamin D. It's really not vitamin D. It's really a steroid hormone because your body synthesizes it. Vitamins are something that comes externally that you might get from your food and so on. But anyway, if your body does not produce vitamin D, what happens? Your immune system starts to break down. Your nerves don't work right. Your bones get weak. Your teeth get weak. Your hair don't grow. You know what I'm saying? Your reproductive organs, your gonads, these don't work properly. Overall cellular health, you need the sun. You know what I'm saying? Vitamin D is very important to who you are as a person and you thriving. So let's talk a little bit about the war on sunlight. This is how important sun is because they go the extra mile to keep you from it. Let's start with the chemtrails. This is a big thing. In the sky, they have planes that are dropping heavy metals and toxics. And what happens is it's right below the sun. So the sun's trying to beam this information, and these chemtrails are literally shielding the earth, shielding us from these messages. It's hard for the sun to get through because of all this toxicity in the air. You know what I'm saying? So this is the first warfare against the sun. What's next? Let's talk about glass. You can't really get the messages from the sun through glass. The sun doesn't penetrate glass or the rays that we need, that UVB. You know what I'm saying? So let's think about glass in our everyday life. When the sun's out, it's hot outside, we're driving in our cars, we got the windows up so we can have air conditioning on. So now the sun can't even get through the car. You go to work, it's a nice day, you sit in the office building, and most buildings are surrounded by glass. There's no open windows. So once again, what's happening? This glass is shielding you from the sun, it's shielding you from this light. You know what I'm saying? Let's something else with glass. Sunglasses. We go to the beach, the sun's out, we go outside, we put glasses on our eyes, and we can't receive the messages from the sun. You know what I'm saying? Literally blocking our eyes, one of our organs that we use to bring in and bring out information. Like, it's not right. And medical glasses. Some people, since they was yay high, have had glasses on their face because they say that they can't see. But really, this is medication. We've been medicating ourselves for years through our glasses. And this is, once again, blocking the sun, blocking you from getting those messages. Something else that's a war against sunlight. Sunscreen and sunblock. Okay, let's talk about why would you want to screen or block yourself from the divine sun, from the information that we need. We're going to literally put something on our body that blocks us from this information. Hey, baby, why don't you drop a little facts on sunblock and like sunscreen?
Well, all I know is that it's very toxic. You know, the only thing in sunscreen is chemicals. You know, so you're putting all of these chemicals, these toxins on your body to keep you from getting skin cancer, the one cancer that it can potentially stop you from getting, but then the sun is supposed to protect you in its own way, like, and your body, you're supposed to have nutrients in your body, so certain things from like tomatoes and leaves that also have these compounds that can help protect you from getting burned. And you know, and that's the only reason you get burned too. You're getting burned because your blood is toxic, because your body is toxic. If your body had the compounds that these leaves and tomatoes had, you'll be able to be in the sun and get those messages and get some sunlight on your skin without burning or you having some reaction. So you lather it up in your chemicals, and then what do? So not only is it poisoning your body and attacking your endocrine system and all your growth hormones and all that, like, you're also, like, all the toxins are getting into the air, and then you're jumping in the water, like you're going into the ocean or whatever, and now you You making that toxic. You making the water toxic. You killing animals. These animals are now they're trying to drink this water and be in this water, and they're getting those toxic chemicals too. So you're not only hurting yourself, but you're hurting animals. You're hurting the air. You're hurting everybody. So as long as you get what you need. So like I said, these leaves and these fruits that have these compounds that will protect you from the sun. As long as you get that, you will not burn in the sun. And I know. It's hard because, you're getting out there, you burning, but you gotta just trust, like, if you burn, just get out the sun for a while, but still, don't be afraid of the sun. Get out there and get you some sun. If you burn, get out the way. If it starts hurting, just get on out of it and eat some things, eat some fruits, some vegetation, and try again tomorrow, so, you just gotta trust, and believe that you can help yourself, that you can get some sun, and you'll be all right, because you need it. You're just like a leaf or a fruit. Like, you need sun. Everything here needs sunlight. So don't be afraid of it. We are the sun.
Yeah, like she said, what is sunburn? But your blood literally boiling through your pores and coming out externally. So now you feel like you're fucking burning. But honestly, it's because your blood is not vibrating at the frequency of the sun. It's not vibrating at the frequency of the earth. If you eating toxins, how can you expect to be in harmony with something so natural and so divine? You know what I'm saying? Of course it's gonna burn you. And this is not just white people, this is black people. I've burned before when I was eating bad foods. Shoulders peeling and stuff, and I know some of y'all have experienced that as well. So, now we talked about sunblock and sunscreen. Let's talk about one of the last ways that they try to stop us from getting the sun, and it's clothes. Something we have on in our everyday life, you know what I'm saying? Clothes, like, let's really think about this. The sun has to penetrate through all these layers of clothes before it can even reach your body. Like, it's almost non-existent when you have on clothes, Think about for women especially, because men, they're allowed to have their nipples free. But for women, how many women can actually say that their nipples have got sunlight? These are some energetic points, like milk comes out of here. The very life force needed to sustain your child's life comes out of here and has never even received divine healing. It's never received the messages and the light and the energy from the sun. Or these lower areas right here. How many people could say, men and women included, that you've actually had sunlight touch these areas? Like, this is important. This is energetic places that we covered up. You know what I'm saying? I'm not telling you to go out in public and just walk around naked, but you need to find you some you time or move to an environment where you can be free and be natural and be naked. You know what I'm saying? So, to conclude this video about sunlight, what can you do to help yourself? My biggest advice, something I did, was I moved to the tropics, because in that tropical environment, the sun is the hottest. These messages are really beaming down on you. This is why we have fruit on every tree. This is why so much growth and green grows here. In North America, the sun is not as hot. It's not touching the earth as much as it is here. This is why you can't grow certain things in North America. This is why avocados barely grow. This is why you have a cold season, because the sun's not hot. Down here, we don't have cold seasons because the sun's always beaming. So my best advice to you is to move to the tropics. But if you're not in the tropics today and you're still in North America or wherever you're at, let's see what you can do. Number one, you can start eating right? But number two, you can get out in the sun. Get you some sunlight. Do not be scared. Take your hat off. Take them glasses off. Get some sun. Bask in the sun as much as you can. Find a spot where you can take your clothes off and you can sunbathe as much as you can, as much as possible. Like, let this be like, I need my water today, I need some sun today. It should be just that important. You know what I'm saying? And something else about the sun. Before the sun can become active, just because you're in the sunlight does not mean it's automatically turning to vitamin D. It has to be synthesized within the body first. So when that sunlight hits you, it has to go through a process of synthesization. First it goes through the liver, then it goes to the kidneys, and the kidneys turn it on. So now you have vitamin D that you can use. But what happens if you're eating the wrong foods and your liver is toxic and your kidneys are toxic and they're not filtering and moving as they should be? Now it doesn't matter how much sun you are, how much sun you're in. If your body can't synthesize vitamin D, then you won't get it. So this is why being in the sun and eating clean is just as important. They're the same thing. Thank y'all for listening. Peace and love.
Peace.